I'm Josh Williams here at York, where we're going to take a look at the York Athletics and what the school will be bringing the community here. And here I have with me the superintendent of York Central School District. Is that YCS?
You got it.
Mr. Murray, how are we doing?
Doing great, thanks.
And this year, you had a very successful athletic year last year, but what athletic programs does York have to offer the community? What are you going to see as far as a relationship with the community for York this year?
Well, I'd say if you're looking for an example of a community where the school is the center, you don't look any farther than right here at York Central. Come here on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you name it, pretty much every day of the week. All the fields, indoor, outdoor, are busy with kids, whether they're students here, people from the community. So this is absolutely the center of the community, and a lot of it centers around athletics, but there's lots of other things going on here too, and that's what we're all about here at York, is bringing everybody together in a close-knit, tight community. Everybody cares about the kids. Everybody wants the kids to learn and to grow in numerous ways, and I just can't say enough about the atmosphere here at York.
Given that you have such a high participation rate of student athletes, and being that this looks to be a very successful year for the school regarding athletics, what are you going to see here from the community, the stands? What are you hoping happens here, as this seems to be a very special year coming forward for the community and York Central School?
You're going to see lots of purple and gold, lots of yelling and hollering in a positive way, cheering for our kids. I think that's another thing we're really proud of here is our Golden Knights way. You see the Knights everywhere, but what that means to us is being positive, being productive, and being professional. And we ask all of our family members, community members, people that come to our games, and our student athletes especially, and our coaches, to exhibit that every time they're in front of everybody, every time they're on the field. So it's an electric place. It really can get rowdy, but in a very positive way. We're all about doing what's best for the kids and cheering them on, and we want, the titles and things are great, but I'll tell you, it's more important to us to show good sportsmanship, that the kids learn about athletics and about life and become good people and teamwork and all those things that are important.
Excellent. And that brings me now over to the athletic director, Mr. Ed Orman. How are we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. I'm as excited, I think, as you are. Maybe not quite about the start of this school year. How are you feeling about this school year, about the student athletes that are participating in your programs this year?
Well, I'm in a pretty unique situation here. I started my school year basically about 3 weeks ago, and each week we've been infusing a few more kids and a few more student athletes and a few more student athletes, and right now, last night, we put the modified into play, and everybody's going, and there's nothing greater than being a teacher, and I tell everybody all the time, the kids are what bring the energy. When the students start filtering back in, as a teacher, you feel totally reborn again, the kids are back, they're excited to be here, which, essentially transfers right to us as professionals, and we're really excited and ready to get these kids going.
Excellent. And, at the GeneseeSun.com, we like to look a little bit outside the box, look at some of those other sports. There are some very interesting programs that you have here. A strong tradition with the girls' soccer, always up there in the running. You have a great football coach. You have some other great programs. But one of the more unique stories here is the cross-country team. Or team, I guess it's a team, but talk to me a little bit about what you have going on with the cross-country program here at York.
For kids who are really interested in a specific sport, we sometimes will go out on a limb and work with a different district and support what we call a team of one. And we have a young lady named Jacqueline Lajoie who plays as a team of one on the cross-country team at Geneseo. She's been a soccer player in the past. Her body just won't hold up and stuff to the demands of it, but she's a terrific runner. And from everything I've heard, she's having a really successful time over there. And it's kind of nice to work in a positive way with another district as well. Like Mr. Murray said, the championships, the titles, those things, they take care of themselves. What we're trying to do is teach a tremendous work ethic and a great spirit in the way that we work. Mr. Murray keeps touching on it with, being positive, being productive, being professional. That's how we want our kids. We want that to reflect right through our kids because, not many of these kids, as good of football and soccer players we have, they aren't going to make a living playing soccer, football, or volleyball. They're going to make a living like all of us, working hard. And, if they can stick with those 3 Ps, they're going to definitely succeed.
That's excellent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over to Jeremy Hudak, who is right now talking with the girls volleyball team who looked at us. So let's go over to you, Jeremy, and see what you have there in the gymnasium with the girls volleyball.
I'm here with York varsity volleyball coach, Caitlin Kolb. Coach, how's the team looking this year?
Pretty good. We've had a couple of really great practices the last few days, and we have a scrimmage tomorrow, so we're looking to put everything together in the scrimmage and get ready for our games next week. We only had 2 seniors last year, but we've had some the juniors that came up this year really filling in those spots, and the girls that were on the team last year have been showing some good leadership and helping them fill in those voids.
Any particular big matches you're anticipating?
Well, our first game of the season is against Dansville, so that'll kind of get us started for the season, see how we are in action. It's always fun to play Geneseo since they're kind of our rival, and we're looking forward to just any of the Livingston County teams. It's a pretty good division.
Thank you very much, Caitlin. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Jeremy. And I'm here with Mike Valentino, the varsity boys coach at York. Mike, how long have you been coaching here?
This will be my 6th year of varsity.
And you played here before, correct?
Yes. My 8th grade year here was the first year we got the boys program. And my 9th grade year we extended that to a JV program. And my sophomore year we went up to a varsity. So I've been here pretty much for the whole thing. We used to have it back in the 50s and it went away, and now we're coming back. This will be, I think, our 13th year with soccer here. So looking forward to hopefully improving upon our previous seasons and doing well.
And what are you looking forward to changing this year?
Changes this year, thinking back to last year, we had a lot of youth, we had a lot of inexperience. So I'm hoping that through last season we kind of learned through our mistakes. We were 1-9-1 in 1-goal games, and I think 3 of those were overtime losses. So I'm really hoping that we can overcome some of the mistakes that we made last year and improve upon our record.
And are you bringing up any new talent from JV?
There are a few sophomores that have moved up, as in their junior season. We're also bringing up a sophomore goalie for his first year on varsity. And we lost a great goalie last year that was one of our 2 senior starters. So really there's not too much changeover. We have 9 starters returning, so only a few coming up.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And back to you, Josh.
Thanks, Sarah. And here we are now with the York Golden Knights head football coach, Mr. Eric Amaris. Coach Amaris, how's this season looking for you, 2012, York Golden Knights football?
We're having a lot of fun. The kids are working really hard. They have their goals set high, and we're looking forward to the season.
Now, looking out here behind us, the guys are practicing, as you said, working very hard. It looks like you have a lot of bodies this year. How's the number of participants that you have on the team?
We have 35 players. It's really nice to have that many players because we're not only the ones getting good work, but our 2s are really competing against the 1s, and they've given us a really good look. So it's going really well.
Talk about some of that senior leadership. Last year you had a strong set of juniors. You lost a couple of guys, but talk to me a little bit about this crew of seniors that you have on your squad.
They're a tight-knit group, and they know how to win. They've shown it in different sports, and no matter what it's on, they compete hard, and we have good chemistry, and I think they're high-character kids, so that always bodes well.
Absolutely, and you had some very close games last year, some ones that I'm sure you would have liked to have won. Those are some valuable lessons that you have when you come to this season. Talk to me about the maturity and what last season's bringing to the table this year.
Yeah, well, they certainly don't want to experience that again. I mean, that's one thing that they definitely know. Try to take each year. I hate to harp on the past. This is a whole new team, you know what I mean?
Right.
But there's definitely were some lessons learned there, but it's time to turn that page and make these guys need to make a future for themselves.
I know that you personally have put a lot into the York program. What's this season mean to you as a coach and seeing these guys come through the program now?
I've worked with these guys since 8th grade, and any senior year, really, my ultimate goal is that the kids walk away with a good experience of football. So once again, I mean, they can't always do wins and losses, but I want them to come away proud of believing in the Knights Proud One motto and being a family, and that's ultimately really what I want out of this year, is that they have a real good experience.
Excellent. Well, I know you've definitely preached that and taught that to these guys, and I wish you good luck all season.
Thanks, Josh.
No problem. Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Thanks, brother.
Looking forward to what you guys do.